Warning, this podcast contains bad words and stories about drugs and sex and overthrowing the government. Proceed with caution. Thank you. And now on to our show. Wake up, brother, we got nothing to do. Let's go outside, just me and you, and build a fort. We'll pack a lunch, won't be home till after dark. Then after dinner we can sneak back out. You know that high school girl I've been telling you about? Well, she gets undressed about 8:45, and we can watch her do it from the big old pine next door. She got a room on the second floor. Well, looks like another fucked up day in paradise. Daughter of Godcast, Season 4, Choice, Episode 139, Extreme. 2 years ago, I started this podcast, and now, perhaps within a month or two, we will have completed Daughter of God, and then a few months after that, this podcast will either end or become something else. All this started as a decisive exploration of who I might be and what's worth doing. Like, if I'm going to be famous among cool people, why? What could I contribute to the collective fun and ease? As I write this, outside the sun is setting. I am writing and reading this episode because I want to choose my words. I'm ready to write a love letter to the mystery, to the she's who are so close, to my earth, to you, and of course, to myself. Improvisation won't serve my desire to laugh or cry today. I have a little truth to tell, I think. Let's see if my moment of discovery can be shared. Seems strange that I might actually be finishing this movie, closing several chapters of my life story simultaneously. And I feel not much at all. There's lots left to do and still many unanswered questions. However, the uncertainty isn't fear, nor is it adventure. Not tonight. Tonight, I feel only the now. What I am right now, as the sun sets, lying on a red oak floor, like an astronaut alone aboard a magnificent space ark, stretched thin between impossibly distant stars. Movie news in brief. Melanie brought over a couple of puppet tests for Veronique, and we made some decisions.
I just didn't, I thought I'm not going to cut into it again until I am more thinking I might use it. Watch the pins down there now.
Uncle Joe! Uncle Joe! Fuck you! Fuck you! You and your boxes!
We could, put a little pink. We could even make a smaller lip shape,
Of course.
And,
but the point is that well, here's what I'm going to say. I'm not displeased with that. We could shoot that right now. Like even if I do that, then I'm starting to see something a little bit more.
Oh, you want something more almond shaped?
Only because it looks like a pie. That's why I said Cheery Jerry, the Cheery Cherry Pie Face Boy. He looks like a pie face. Okay.
A pie. That's really funny.
Yeah. So I feel like I could put this in. Could you imagine that'd actually make a great pie. I'm about to assemble I-2 or iteration 2 of the screener. Sometime this weekend, we'll slip past that milestone. I've been shooting almost every day, gradually gathering the rest of the story I need. Last night, Alex and Cinder yanked the Odyssey out of a clay slog. I was on location documenting dusk in a bomb crater. molten steel pooled deep under heaps of shattered concrete. I got spooked as I was wrapping up and panicked, drove desperately, wildly into a slog, got stuck. I walked with faux fur in the forest and triggered a shaman harmonic. A pile of concrete becomes a collapsed tower, and escape is suddenly imperative, driving blindly into the mire. I begin to live this movie, which might not be a movie at all. Is there an apocalypse pending here in this universe? Will consumer culture come to a screeching, crashing halt? Is there a nightmare shambling in our backyard? I'm pretty sure we can choose to enliven everything. I know I am the future in my choosing. Yet how vehemently we refuse to choose. I've been drawn to rewatch 9/11 videos and posting a few on Facebook. I'm searching for something. I have no doubt that there's an inspiration in play. There's a morbid fascination, certainly, creating an experience of being unique. Only I can see what I see. Only I can know what I know. I can watch sunsets while enjoying spectacular vegetarian feasts. Conversely, I can acknowledge that I'm integral to perpetual war and empire. As a citizen of the United States, I'm complicit in terror and planetary suicide. I can let another world show up. I think I know how. I alone am responsible. Maybe you too. We can be alone responsible together. I've been feeling alone and slightly adrift, even as I count the days down to the next iteration of Daughter of God. I thrive in solitude while craving connection and intimacy. This is an intriguing and indeterminate time for Dan Kelly, Sri Fuji Split. I grope my way forward, constantly returning to the only choice I have, to bloom, no matter what. Shit went down in September of 2001. Shit is going down now. I parachuted into this brilliant horror show because rising to the occasion is my bliss. An exhilarating making. I am smart clay, molding myself into the optimal pot with a pleasing geometry. Along with a pretty shape, what's the most important part of a pot? The space within, the inside empty, the nothingness, ready to receive something. Water, pancakes, guts, belief, awareness. A chamber for resonating, reception, empathy. A Tibetan singing bowl, a bell ringing, to touch and be touched. Alone? Hardly. And that's the Daughter of God Cast Season 4 Choice, Episode 139 Extreme. I am not sure I've opened my heart completely to you tonight. Today, I've opened as much as WordPress can display, as much as a Canon 5D Mark III can capture, and a Zoom H6 can record. These words started out as yesterday's too sugary yeast cake, assisted by a few atoms of the air that Frank Zappa breathed, sprouted in cognition, and barked, whispered into a Sennheiser microphone, then uploaded to servers thousands of miles from red oak floors, from sunsets over lakes. They are your words, because we are one. So here you are talking to yourself again. Every week you do this. You make movies, you make love, make mistakes, and you look just like me.